Welcome to Basic Brewing Video. I'm James Spencer.
And I'm Steve Wilkes.
And I'm Andy Sparks.
And here we are in beautiful, sunny San Diego, California for the National Homebrewers Conference. And we always build in a day or so before the conference so that we can go around and get a bit of the local beer flavor.
You got to scope things out.
I agree. And this time, Andy has been to San Diego before and has seen some of the local things. And we started off our day for lunch at
the Stone World Bistro and Gardens.
Now, how would you describe this place, Andy?
Just magnificent. There's stainless steel for the brewery side, and then a real rustic wood and iron and kind of steel side for the restaurant. But then the restaurant opens up onto a fabulous garden area where you can simply just walk around and sit and have a beer, and the waitstaff will come out and serve you out there. It's really a fabulous place.
Yeah, it's an interesting juxtaposition because the building itself is industrial and kind of cold and hard like stone, but the gardens are a natural contrast.
Yeah, and the food, the restaurant is just marvelous. They take great care to provide local produce, local organic ingredients, and pair it with some of the best beer in the world.
And we did have a lot of good food there.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what everybody had. I had a yakisoba, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but the Asian noodle dish, and it's really, really good.
And I had the mushroom penne pasta dish.
I know you're going to ask me what I had, and I don't remember.
You had a cheeseburger, but it was
yes, it was. It was a buffalo burger, I think, maybe with beer cheese on top. It was absolutely delicious. The attention to detail that they pay on everything in this place it's just incredible.
And we had gone to O'Brien's pub the night before in San Diego, and so we were kind of easing into the day as far as beer was concerned, and we had a nice was it from the brewery? Yeah, it was from
the brewery, and it was one of their Berliner Weiss. It's probably the one that they make. I'm not sure I remember the name of it. It was like Hallrath or something, but it was delicious. It was really nice.
Yeah, and only 3.1% alcohol, so
good way to start the day.
Yeah, just a nice, refreshing beer. Went paired very nicely with the food and very kind to our tummies. So we went from Stone down, which is in Escondido, California, and we went down to Lost Abbey Brewery, which is not too far from there.
It's probably a couple miles away, and it actually is the original Stone Brewery. That when Stone moved to their new facility, that's when they took this place over and started brewing the Lost Abbey beers there. A really, really nice place.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you come from a brand new high-tech brewery like the Stone Brewery is into something that is more along the lines of kind of a, glorified garage homebrew system.
Yeah, that was the first thing that I noticed about the place, was that it felt familiar. When I walked through the doors, it was like a place that I could walk into and at least have some idea about how to go about putting a beer in that system. Whereas in Stone or a place like New Belgium, I would just be completely just lost, out of my league.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of computer screens and touch panels and things like that. But we met up with Gordon, who's one of the brewers there, and he works. One of his primary functions is the bottling line. He installed the new bottling line there, and they actually listened to Basic Brewing Radio on the bottling line at Lost Abbey, which I think is super cool because the beers that they make there are indescribable.
Yeah, there were so many different beers. I think they had like 20-something beers that we could try that day, and we tried a lot of them. Thank you, Gordon. But the flavors were all over the place, from these beautiful, rich oak-aged beers to nice, refreshing, hoppy pale ales, all over the place.
And they also make beers for port brewing. So it's kind of a left brain, right brain kind of a thing with the flavors going on there, where Lost Abbey is kind of more on the sour side and the experimental side, and port is more on the kind of hoppy side. But the good thing is that they have these little tasters that are $1 a piece, and Gordy was giving us most of the time just a fraction of one of those, so we were able to moderate yet enjoy what the brewery had to offer. So do you remember any favorites?
I hope I get this name right, but I believe it's Red Poppy. Is that right, guys? Shake your heads at me. Yeah, that beer just blew me away. It was just really sour and finished clean and dry and beautiful, and it's one of my favorite beers of the trip so far.
And the Angel Share, was that the dark chocolate beer that we had?
The Angel Share is aged in barrels, I think he said for over a year. It's just delightful.
Now, after we got done there, we actually took Gordon to dinner.
That's right.
Down at Pizza Port down in Carlsbad.
Right.
And there's a bottle room. Now, I didn't take video of this because I was tired and I wanted to. I was lazy and I wanted to enjoy myself. But there's actually a bottle room connected with the Pizza Port restaurant, where you just kind of walk in, you get a bottle out of the case, you pay for it, and you enjoy it right there on the scene. And the range of beers that were there was incredible.
That was the best beer cabinet I've ever seen. I can't even tell you all the hundreds of kinds of beer that they had. It was just remarkable.
From all over the world.
Yeah, and it was such a relaxed environment. People were just coming in, grabbing a bottle, opening it up, taking pay for it. But you just sit down with your friends and just enjoy, and you could try anything you wanted. It was really nice.
And then, of course, we went and had some pizza afterwards, it hit the spot at that point. And it really rounded out a wonderful day in the area. And I know that the area has a lot more to offer, but you don't want to cram too much into one day. And I think we did the perfect visit.
I think we got the trifecta.
We did.
Yeah, I think it was great.
Well, awesome. I can't tell you how fun it was to be with you guys and to share this experience with you, and I hope that you had fun as well.
Well, James, this might be one of the best things I've ever got to do in my life. So, yes, this is wonderful.
Awesome. Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome, James.
Thanks, Andy.
Thanks, James.
Cheers, everybody. We'll see you next time. Come and visit us on the web. At basicbrewing.com, you can find archive lists of both our audio and video podcasts on homebrewing. You can also find our DVDs, Extract Brewing and Partial Mashing, Stepping into All Grain, Low-Tech Lagering and Decoction Mashing, Introduction to Wine Kits, and our 2011 Brewer's Logbook. Drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. Write to James at basicbrewing.com, Steve at basicbrewing.com, or just use the contact form on basicbrewing.com. Say hey to everybody back home, Rob.
Hey to everyone in Phoenix, Arizona, and the Arizona Society of Homebrewers. Homebrew Talk.
Cheers, guys.